Hello, everyone. Welcome back for your daily dose of serotonin. This is part 25 of Lost in Orbit titled Media. Enjoy! Kaede frowns. Why? Gen exhales through his nose, calculating. Not in that theatrical way that makes the room feel lighter. No. This one carries the weight of bad news, dragging his shoulders down with a heavy sigh. Well, he hums, tilting his head. Someone decided to circulate a rather unclassy little rumor from your arcade outing. Your stomach drops. No, that has to be a joke. Gen continues, gesturing to directions like he's hosting a weather forecast. Not to worry, Senku already traced the number and where it came from. If you couldn't hear him, you'd think he's reporting on clear skies or a light summer drizzle. Chrome is just confirming which genius thought starting a broadcast scandal in the main Nova channel was a good career move, he adds. This is more of a lightning just struck your house and it's currently burning down kind of weather. Not only is a potential reputation-ruining rumor being broadcasted, but it's on the main group. The judges you've spent years impressing with your carefully carved, rule-abiding personality, they know. The lunch ladies you greet every morning, they know. Hell, even the security guards know. And Senku. He knows too. A cold, unpleasant shiver runs down your spine. Amira shakes her head, scrambling through her fanny pack. Aren't the admins the only one with access to that kind of thing? It's no use. She left her phone charging back in the dorm, right beside yours. The floor starts to waver as Kaede pulls out her own. You don't move, cursed by the sudden freeze your nervous system decides to pull you into. Panicked static vibrates through your skull in large thumps. How long ago was it sent? You breathe, just barely. Amira and Kaede don't say a word, heads dipped behind the clumpy decorations that are Kaede's phone case. The cafeteria echoes to life beside you. Cold, unpleasant. Who knows what kind of chatter has been brewing in there while you were away? The girls are scrolling way too much for your comfort, dissecting whatever heap of information the universe has decided to throw at you. Your heart speeds up. What are they saying? You ask, hoping they'll just wave a dismissive palm and tell you it's nothing to worry about, or pinch your arm so you wake up. Instead, they just keep reading. What? Kaede mutters at the screen. Mutters it, like whatever she's reading is unbelievable. Duty calls, Gen hums, lifting his phone in a lazy salute before slipping it back into his pocket. His eyes drift back to you, sharp but reassuring. Just wanted to let you know before you walk into a cafeteria full of people pretending they're not staring, he says over his shoulder, already walking down the hall. The walls seem to zoom out, their pristine paint blurring by just enough to make you adjust your balance. Laughter and distant conversation from the cafeteria echo with something cold, sinister. Ceiling moving higher as your vision contorts the world into a nervous turmoil. Eyes wide, you squeeze into Kaede and Amira's huddle, soft thuds echoing from your mouth as you nibble on the inside of your cheek. Drama at Nova is rare. Everyone's too busy trying to outbuild, outthink, and outlast each other to bother with petty distractions, but when it does happen, it spreads like wildfire. So it's not surprising to see the chat filling with a flood of meme stickers. On a different occasion, you'd be amused, laughing, maybe even saving a few. But this isn't just some thread of a funny brain rot video. This is your life, being strung along like you're a headline instead of a real person. All 6 hands grip Kaede's phone, and you stop their scrolling to click on the original message. The screen speeds upwards, messages blurring past as it redirects you to a text sent 2 hours ago. It reads, "Dating the genius gives her an unfair edge. How is that fair to anyone else competing?" Unfair advantage, plain and simple. Y'all know the judges are in this group, right? You say that like they'll do anything. No, that's not true, you argue, silently in your head, wishing you had it in you to respond. What picture could have been taken for them to reach this conclusion? You scroll higher, your deep breaths condensing the screen in quick clouds. It's a picture of the claw machine. You're leaning into Senku, fingers curled around his sleeve as you laugh. Head tipped back, eyes crinkled, completely unaware of anything beyond this moment. And Senku's looking at you. Not at the machine, not at the prize, at you. It's subtle, but it's there. Too easy to twist. And, to make matters worse, it's captioned, "Second place looks easy when you've got the genius on your side." Seriously? From this completely out of context picture, the majority of the group has decided that you're cheating. Minds that have spent years getting to the bottom of theories, being taught that nothing is as it seems, have taken a picture of you holding Senku's arm and have decided that you are cheating? That you're dating the genius so you can get ahead? That it's unfair they have to try so hard when you can obviously just ask your scientist boyfriend to do it all for you? They haven't just put a target on your back. They've dragged your credibility through the dirt. Your nose starts to burn. That sharp, toe-curling sting that only comes right before you cry. Yeah, that's enough. Your index finger slides up to click the power button, and the screen goes off. This is so stupid, you scoff, handing Kaede's phone back before walking straight toward the cafeteria. They just want to see you hurt. Where do you think you're going? Kaede calls after you, confused. I'm going to eat, you respond, your voice cracking at the edges. On the outside, you still look somewhat put together. Chin high, stride steady, one after the other. But these two have been by your side long enough to know this isn't normal. No one just walks it off after finding out the image they've spent years building is being torn apart by a rumor. Not you. A set of footsteps half runs behind you, and Kaede catches up, brows furrowed with worry. You're forgetting we're supposed to have a talk of what just happened. We can't just waltz into enemy territory and pretend you're okay, Kaede says. We shouldn't be walking in at all, Amira cuts in, voice sharp. We should be finding whoever posted it and dealing with them directly. It's not a battle arena, Kaede, you sigh, offering a small smile that only makes her expression tighten. And Gen said they're working on it. You try to step around her, but she doesn't move. She just looks at you. Really looks. Like she's searching for something. Anything. You sigh again. Softer this time. I'm not fine. And just saying that, just acknowledging it, twists your chest in a way that's overwhelming. Her eyes soften immediately. sympathy settling in so quick that it makes your throat tighten even more. You clear it before it can linger. I don't want to hide, okay? You admit quietly. We can deal with whatever this is later. First, let's eat. Knowing Kaede, she's probably itching to pull you into a hug and whisper something comforting in your ear. But even she knows that now isn't the moment. It's still too fresh. Reluctantly, she steps aside, though she sticks close enough to you to count as a koala clinging to a tree. Amira takes your other side, eyes narrowed, scanning ahead like she's waiting for someone to even think about staring too long. This is how it's always been. When one of you starts to falter, the others close ranks, like a tripod adjusting its weight, each leg shifting just enough to keep everything standing. If it gets too much, Kaede says gently, we leave, no questions asked. Amira nods once, agreeing, and if anyone says anything out of line, they'll regret opening their mouth, she spits. You can't help but laugh at the absurdity. Sure. And that is the end of part 25, titled Media. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being so patient and allowing me this much time to get out one chapter. You guys are sweethearts. You guys are literally superstars, okay? I don't know, but yeah, he's a star. I don't know if you can see it. He's a star. And hopefully I will see you all again next week with our normal schedule. Make sure to subscribe, and goodbye.